Welcome to Coder Pro. Today we're going to be looking at another LeetCode problem called the sentence Similarity 3. A sentence in this case is a few words joined by a space. In this case, what they're asking for is to make sentence 1 and sentence 2 equal by either inserting another sentence into sentence 1 or sentence 2. You can either insert within the middle of the sentence or append or prepend a sentence. We'll take a look at the examples. In this case, my name is Haley is sentence 1, and sentence 2 is my Haley. How can we make sentence 2 equal to sentence 1? We insert the name is into as a sentence into my Haley. For example 2, we have off and lots of words. Can we insert one sentence into sentence 1 to make it sentence 2? No, that's not possible. We have to insert two sentences. We have to insert a lot and words. We have to prepend a lot and append words to make it equal. Therefore, it cannot be sentence. They're not similar sentence. Let's look at example 3, eating right now, and the sentence 2 is eating. We could easily append right now at the end of sentence 2 to make it equal to sentence 1. What about example 4, lucky and lucky? In this case, there's no space, and these are two different words. You can't append or prepend a word or a sentence into either one to make it equal. Again, sentence is something that is joined by a space. How can we do this? So there's 3 modes to the solution. We could append, prepend, and insert. When we append, we make sure that the end of the sentence are equal, right? And when we prepend, for example, in example 3, append in this case, example 3, we appending right now to the end of sentence 2 to make it equal, right? In example 1, we're inserting name is. So how can we do this? We need a structured environment where one is shorter than the other, and if they're same length, we can't make a assumption whether we can't insert anything into another sentence to make it equal, right? So we have to make sure if they're equal and if their length are equal, then you return true or false, right? And if sentence 2 is greater than sentence 1, we normalize it so sentence 1 is always bigger. Now we go through sentence 2 for the rest of the example. So in this case, we're going through the forward. So we're checking whether the forward direction, so for example, my name is, in this case, would be equal. In this case, when sentence 1 and sentence 2 are equal, and if they're not, you break and you set forward I, in this case, forward similarity equals to I. If forward I is equal to length of sentence 2, in this case, that's what we find in example 3, we could return they're both equal if there's a space bar at the end of when they're equal. For example, eating with the L at the end and eating by itself, they would not be equal. That you can make them similar because they're two different sentences. Because you can only append a sentence with a space, right? And if there's a space at the end, which it does in this case, in example 3, we return true. And if not, we go to the other, the second set, where we check the prepend case. How do we check the prepend case? You basically go to the negative side. In Python, you could do a sentence array of -1 to point at the last value in the array. And we basically check if they're both equal. In this case, for Haley, my name is Haley and Haley, we check y is equal, e is equal, l is equal, a is equal, h is equal, right? And we could check that after we find that out, and if sentence 2, in this case the shorter one, if that reaches its end, where I is equal to basically the length of the sentence 2 in the negative -1, and sentence 1 of I, in this case sentence 1, Haley with a space bar, if that's equals to space and we reach the end of sentence 2, then you could prepend a sentence into a sentence 2 to make it equal. Otherwise, there's another trick. We could figure out where these sentences end, like backwards of I reached a point where it's greater, or backwards of I is less than equal to the forward of I, so there's forward matching greater than the backward matching, then we could always append sentence into the sentence 1 or sentence 2 to make it equal. That's pretty much it. Let's run this for one of these examples. Seems like it works. And then let's try something for appending a value. Oh, it also works. Okay, let's try something for prepending. Let's try something where it's exactly equal. Let's try something where it matches twice. This way we just have to append right? When you go backwards from here, it will match up to here and it will match up to here, and then eating right will match further than expected, right? The backwards I will be less than the forward I, which will be greater or equal to. So let's run this. True. Sweet. And let's submit it. Perfect. It worked. Thanks for listening, guys. Catch Coder Pro twice weekly. Looking forward to it. If you like the content, please subscribe, leave a like. That'd be great. Thanks.